Sir, I'm basically a general category candidate, and my GATE score was 407,
Okay.
and sir, my CGPA was 9.57.
Okay. Good.
So, based on that, I was shortlisted for interview at IIT Roorkee in PhD.
Okay. So, Krupa, before you share with me this interview experience, I want you to also tell us that so far from where you got the calls. And
Sir,
I know that you were only interested in structures and you have filled only in structures.
yeah, sir.
Yeah. So tell me
Sir,
from where.
Sir, I got from IIT Bombay, structural PhD. Then IIT Hyderabad, direct PhD, structural. IIT Roorkee, direct PhD, structural dynamics. IIT Gandhinagar, MTech work and study.
Okay.
IIT Kanpur, structural in aerospace.
Okay. Great.
So these many calls I have got.
Multiple calls. So, Krupa, now let's come to IIT Roorkee wala. So first you tell me about this department.
Sir, basically, it is specially for earthquake only.
Okay.
The subjects there are earthquake related only.
Okay.
And yeah, sir.
So this, as you used to tell me that you are only interested in structures. So is this department also of interest to you? Because there is a structure. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Sir, basically, structural dynamics is a part of structural.
Okay.
But as it is PhD, I can do directly structural dynamics instead of doing every subject's basic.
So is this kind of research in other IITs also, like when you were applying in Bombay or Gandhinagar or Guwahati? So you were only applying in structures. So was this kind of department available in those IITs also where you could have applied?
No, sir. There was no individual department for like
Okay.
structural dynamics or earthquake engineering. It is only in IIT Roorkee.
Okay, okay. So now tell me, Krupa, did they ask you for SOP there?
Yes, actually, when the shortlisting call came, along with that email, we had means there was a link attached. In that we have to write about a 300 words SOP, and also we had to mention our BTech project in 300 words. So that was what they asked for. And initially, the basic SOP that we made was also there.
Okay.
The SOP that we made by your guidance. So that we sent initially, and then after the selection, we had to send these two things.
Okay.
So then, sir, the call came, and for the interview, sir, do you remember we made that PPT? You asked to make that research proposal. Yeah.
Correct.
So, sir, it wasn't made for IIT Roorkee. It was basically for IIT Bombay.
Okay.
But I didn't use it for IIT Bombay. It was still there. So I thought of utilizing it here.
Okay.
So I just changed. It was for flood. I changed it for seismic.
Okay.
For the bridge. And so, sir, initially I introduced myself, and they were very happy with my 9.57 CGPA. And then I asked them that if you have time, then I will so present you the PPT. It is very brief. So they were like, yeah, good. Then means they were very happy to hear that you have a PPT.
Made a PPT.
Yeah.
This girl has done extra work. No,
Yeah.
I think I should call them and tell that this girl has not extra done hard work, but only changed the name and presented a PPT to you. Okay. Good. Then,
So, sir, so I
then you shared your screen with them, right?
Yeah. And sir, I presented the PPT and they were really impressed by that. Actually, they were impressed because, sir, I had done abstract making, literature review, proposed methodology, and that too was in machine learning. And when, sir, I enrolled in your pedia, at that time, I started one course from University of Michigan. It was only a 5-week course.
Okay. That course was related to what?
Thinking.
What course it was?
Problem solving using computational thinking.
Okay, great.
So, sir, I also mentioned that because of this course, I want to integrate like artificial intelligence to structural.
Okay.
And it will be beneficial. So basically, that was my point. So, sir, after PPT, they all were like a very nice presentation and they praised me. Then, sir, they came that what's the difference between machine learning and ANN? It was from the questions from PPT. Like then I told that there is no difference between, but machine learning, ANN are part of machine learning. So I answered the questions like that. Then they asked about me PNN and CNN and everything. So I answered that. Then so they asked me that let us start from the materials.
Mm.
So I was like, okay. So means they didn't give me a choice that from where should we ask you. They started
Okay.
asking. So I was okay, ready. So they told me that, do you know mild steel and torr steel graph? So
Okay.
I told, yes, sir, I know mild steel. They
Okay.
told, okay, then draw one graph. Then, sir,
Mm.
from your interviews, I had understood that we should mention what we know. So I
Mm.
told that, should I draw mild steel for compression or tension? So they were
Okay.
impressed by that compression का भी होता है. And I was like, हाँ sir होता है. तो फिर उन्होंने बोला okay दोनों बना दो. फिर sir I did that limits and all and made a very excellent graph and they were like good. Then sir they asked me for torque steel. So I told that sir I have no idea about it because I haven't recalled. Then they asked me that do you know what is HYSD? Then I told yeah sir I know that but I don't know the graph but I'm certain that its elastic limit would be higher because carbon content is more.
Mm.
Then they told me, is HYSD and TMT same? Then I told no, sir. TMT is thermomechanically tested bars and
Mm.
stuff. So then that professor question was over. Then sir, next professor's question.
Mm.
So he told me that you talked about bridge. So sir, my basically research proposal that we made was on optimum uh, risk assessment of bridge due to seismic loads.
Mm.
So sir, they asked me that do you know components of bridge? Then I told you pier, deck, then everything. Then sir, they asked me, do you have any idea that in bridges we use hollow deck?
Mm.
The neck girder is a hollow cross
Mm.
section. Then do you know
Mm.
what's the reason? Then I
Mm.
told that, sir, I haven't learned bridge engineering as a subject, but I know that hollow cross sections provide more moment of inertia. So maybe because of that we might be using it.
Mm. Mm.
Then sir, he told me, okay. Then he said that, do you know roof? What is a roof in industrial buildings and all? Then I told yes. Then he told, do you know some components of roof? Then I told that tie beam and all. Then sir, they asked me, how do we make a roof? So sir, I didn't know how to answer questions. So I told that sir, I can't recall it right now. Then uh, that professor's question were over. Then other professor, he told me that have you done any dynamic subject in your bachelor? Then I told no, sir. We had a choice between earthquake and the traffic, but sir, as in my institute there was no faculty for dynamics, so we had to compulsorily choose traffic. But sir, since childhood I have had interest in this subject, so I want to pursue my PhD in this only.
Mm.
So he told okay. Then he asked me that have you done math? Have you taken any course on math? Then I told, yeah, sir, in my second and fourth, up till my second and fourth semester, I had done mathematics. So he asked me, do you know what Fourier is? And sir, I was very certain that he would ask me Fourier because, sir, while doing the research, like right now, the risk assessment is done by Fourier series. Like the
Mm.
concept of Fourier series and probability are like amalgamated and risk assessment is done by her. So I had prepared Fourier series also.
Mm.
But what happened? I didn't prepare Fourier. I just prepared the formula after like we find f of x and we give it in the formula. I prepared that. But I thought he might ask formula or something. But sir, it was more than that. So that was where I was mistaken. But he gave me a graph. The graph was something like this. Uh, like this. If
Okay.
you can see. So like
Mm.
it was a box.
Mm.
It was something x and minus x. F of x were x and minus x.
Mm.
So I told that it is a odd function. Then, sir, the two at the end moment, I just didn't remember the formula of Fourier series.
Mm.
Then, sir, I told that I just know that it is a constant and it is an odd function. But, sir, I don't know the first two components of its Fourier series because I haven't recalled that subject.
Mm.
Then he told, okay. Then, sir, yeah, then, sir, this professor was over. Then, next professor.
Mm.
Yeah, then the next professor asked me that do you know what is the effect of a dead load and live load on
Mm.
any like component of a structure? Then I told, yeah, then I explained. Then they asked me that let's talk about bridges specifically as your research proposal is about that. So, do you know how dead load and live load will affect it longitudinally and transversely?
Mm.
So, sir, I didn't know the answer for that. So, I didn't answer. But I just told them that, sir, I know that I don't know about dead load and live load, but like wind force and are also in consideration and based on the cross section they affect. So I like draw a bridge cross section and I had shown that wind and flood waves are like this, and earthquake it is if the waves are like this, then it will affect like that, and if waves are transverse, then it will affect like that. So sir, I explained like that. Then they were like, I think you didn't get it because it is little bit higher level. Then I was like, yeah, sir. Then he told that, do you know transverse shear stress diagram for rectangular beam? So I told, yeah. So then I draw that. Then sir, he asked me that, do you know what's importance of moment of inertia? Then I told that this is the importance. Then he told that, do you know importance of moment of inertia in that equation, that E by R is equals to M.
M over
The
I.
equation is there, yeah. So then I, based on that equation, I explained. Then sir, he asked me that, do you know what buckling is? Define it. Then I defined buckling. Then he told me why it occurs. Then I told that due to the when a compressive load is applied, and then he told me that, do you know what is difference between short and long column, and which is more stable? So I answered that. Then he asked me that, do you know what reinforced bar is, and which reinforced bar will you choose for design? So sir, at that time I thought that reinforced bar is like RCC column or something. I didn't know reinforced bar is a whole different thing. So I told that we will choose the balance section for reinforced design or something like that. I told. Then they were like, no, 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 reinforced bar is something else. So he told me that do one thing, make one dia. I'll give you one beam cross section. You have to make a deflection diagram, SF and BM. Then he gave me that typical pure bending case. So for that I made SF is a straight line and BM. Then he told her why SF is a straight line. Then I told that because there is no shear force in it. Then he told okay. Then he told yeah. Then he told that do you know what the importance of ILD is? What's the importance of ILD? Then I told that this is the importance and everything. Then it was like a longer, means in that he went deep and I was able to answer everything. But I don't remember the questions actually. But ILD, that was easier comparatively. Then sir, suddenly the meeting ended, and sir, again I had to join. Then sir, what happened when I joined? There was another sir, and that sir called me the other day for a demo call. So it was him. Then he asked me that, as you mentioned about this project, do you know what is difference between regression analysis and machine learning? Then I told that in machine learning we have three types of data: supervised, unsupervised, semi. In supervised data we solve them by regression analysis. So I told them. Then he told that what about unsupervised data? Then I explained them that in earthquake, if we consider a particular bridge, then we have to take the data of past earthquake. And then if we do, then it is supervised. Then in short, I explained them in a very basic manner that how does my research would work. So he was like, okay, fine, your concept is good. Then he told me, do you have any question for us? So sir, to be over smart, I told them that maybe my concepts are not too good, but I really want to excel in the subjects and also in the dynamics as I have not taken. But I just had one question, that will I get some time to strengthen my concepts before starting PhD? Then they were like, yeah, you get one whole year for rigorous studying and all that. And I was like, okay, fine. So this was it.
So looks like you are totally satisfied, Krupa, with your interview.
Yeah.
So far, how many interviews you have faced so far, Krupa?
Sir, I have faced 2 interviews.
Okay, this is, and what was the other one? That is Gandhinagar, right?
Gandhinagar, yeah.
That was related to lab activities, no?
Yeah.
So you look like satisfied with this one, especially, right?
More because sir, like we were preparing for PhD only, but sir, that MTech one, they were not at all concerned for what project you take or what are your research interests. They all needed was you should be good at lab and teaching people. Sort of a lab assistant, like they were looking for that only. So if one is preparing for work and study, it is really good, but he or she should focus more just on like the tests that we perform in lab and materials and equipments we use. So they will choose them if.
Okay. So Krupa, now after every interview, when you do your self-assessment and analysis, you find some of the lacunas or some of the scopes for improvement. And so what you will say about this interview now for the next interview, how you want to prepare well better?
Yes, sir. Sir, I didn't focus on mathematics. That was a drawback, and I will focus. Like I knew that Fourier he will ask definitely, but I learned the formula, but at the end moment I forgot. So that was a drawback. And also one thing that it is more like sir chess, playing chess. Like we have to answer in a way that
But next move, yeah.
yeah. So I understand that. So basically, I won't answer some things that I don't know. Rather, I have to answer in a way that he asked me the question that I
Next
already
question.
know.
So there are two things now. One is predicting the question and pulling the interview in your direction. So that is an art. So have you learned it, like predicting the question? Okay, as you are saying, sir, I was knowing that a question will come. You told me that 3-4 places. I was knowing that this question is going to come. That is called predicting the question. And then taking the interview in particular direction. So have you learned this particular thing, Rupa, now? I mean, predicting the question and taking the interview in your direction.
Yeah, sir. And so that too, sir, from that one single video of 7 hours of yours in strength of materials you have uploaded, if you remember. Sir, I have seen it thrice or 4 times or 5 times. And from that only, sir, I have I got the tricks that how we should do predict that what he will ask.
Great.
Based on the answers.
Now, Krupa, tell me this PPT which you made and which you showed them, right? So that is something which is a new concept actually. Some IITs are asking for it, but majority places pay students are trying. So some places students said, sir, can we show the PPT? They said no. But in this place, you said, sir, can I show the PPT? And they were impressed, as you said. So what is your take on that? Whether that concept should be done? What do you say on that?
Sir, we should be ready from our side. We should ask them because see, some IITs they give only 10 minutes of interviews.
Yes.
While here they were totally flexible about it.
Yes.
Like the person who was before me, his time was from 3:30 to 4. But his interview got over at 4:15.
Okay.
My interview started, I was entered in the meeting room at 4:15 and my interview ended at 5:10.
Okay, almost 1 hour, huh?
Yeah.
So IIT Roorkee normally does not take that long interview.
Yeah, sir. But most of the time, my PPT and they questioned a lot from the PPT, but I was able to answer because I had thoroughly done the research work.
Okay, now Krupa, see, normally you never know whether you will be selected or you will not be selected. You never know that. But could you get some kind of hints actually that they are happy and they may take you? Could you get some hints from that?
Sir, basically, they may be even pretending to be happy. We don't know.
Okay, yes, that's
to encourage us.
Yes.
So,
yes.
sir, I can't be sure that they will take me, but I am positive.
Yes, good. So, what are the new interviews now? Next interviews in pipeline for you?
Sir, on 28th, I have written for aerospace structural.
Okay.
Then, sir, my interview will be on 3rd if I clear the written. Okay. And, sir, on 8th, I have IIT Hyderabad interview. Okay.
Okay. Chalo, Krupa, thanks a lot first for this very detailed interview experience which you shared with me. And I'm sure that you will get selected here because the kind of interview you shared looks like they have invested that much of time on you because maybe they wanted you to be taken, unless until obviously they get better candidate. So you stand a very good chance. And now keep preparing for next. And since PPT, one concept you have already displayed and you have learned that, okay, this can be done. So keep changing your PPTs for next interviews. That is all. I think we can do that.
Based on their demand.
Yes.
And sir, one more thing. Sir, in my batch, we had one short session the day before interview on who are you and what's your background.
Anyhow, Krupa, thanks a lot for sharing your interview experience with me in detail. And keep sharing other interview experiences also.
Yeah, sir, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.